Hi guys, so today we're going to be making pizza. Alright guys, so for the first ingredient we're either going to need a yeast packet or instant yeast, and you need around 7 grams of this. So for today I'm going to be using the instant yeast in the packet. And then we also need 1 1/3 cups of lukewarm water. And then you just want some caster sugar, just some like white sugar. You just want to just give it a little sprinkle. And then what you want to do is just give it a stir with a fork. And then once you finish stirring it, you just want to leave it for 5 minutes. Okay, so once you've let it rest, what you want to do is you want to put 3 cups of flour in. Now you just want to give this a mix. Like halfway through mixing, then you just want to add a pinch of salt. Alright, now you just want to give it a little drizzle of olive oil. And you just want to give it another mix for a couple of minutes, just until the olive oil is incorporated. Alright, now what you want to do is you just want to put some flour on the mat. I put the flour here this way, the dough doesn't stick. And then you just want to give it a knead. If you need to, you can put a little bit more flour in there. Then once you're finished kneading, you just want to make it into a circular ball. Just put it back in the ball, just like that. So once you've finished kneading the dough, you want to leave it by a windowsill for a minimum of 1 hour, and you want to cover it with a tea towel. The tea towel is here to give it protection. While the dough is resting, you can cut up some other toppings. One of the toppings I like to have is chicken, so for now we're just going to cook some chicken. Alright, so once you've let the dough rest, what you need to do is you want to put some oil, some olive oil, and some flour onto some pizza trays. So that's what we're going to do now. Then once you put the oil, you just want to put some flour. And you just want to spread this around. Now for me, I'm cooking 2 pizzas, so I'm gonna just be getting it to the second one. Alright, so for this next part, once you've dusted the pizza trays with the flour and the oil, you just want to get the dough out of the bowl. Actually flour the mat. This way the dough won't stick. Alright, so once you've got it on the mat, what you want to do is you just want to fold it into a ball. I'm doing this because I have two to make, but if you only have one, then you can either save the dough for something else, or you can just use the whole thing. So once you folded this into a ball, generally of like equal, then what you want to do is you just want to grab a knife and you want to cut it. Usually something that's going to cut. And don't cut all the way down, because then you'll probably cut the mat. So now that you have two parts, what you want to do is you just want to leave one part to the side. Make sure this part is floured. Roll it back up into a bowl. And I'm going to roll it into a pizza. Now for this, you want to make sure you still have a lot of flour around. This way it doesn't stick to the rolling pin. If it sticks to the pin, that's fine, but don't go all the way back. Make sure it doesn't get caught on the sides, and just if you're rolling it and it gets caught, then just bring the pin like back, stick it, and then keep rolling. You'd want a pizza base to be roughly as big as the pan. So as you're rolling, if you think it's big enough, then you can just bring the pan, you can just bring the tray over, and you can just put it next to it, or you can just put it like that. You can see, okay, well, I need some more here, and I need some more down here. So then you just need to know where to make it bigger. Is you want to put your pin there, fold it up, roll it, move it to the front or the back, get the tray up, over, and then unroll it. It's okay if you need to just stretch it when it's in the pan. You can either stretch it, like what I'm doing, or you can re-roll it. I don't think I need to re-roll it, but you may, if it's generally too small. Okay, so once you have the pizza rolled down onto the tray, what you want to do is you just want to cut off any of the edges. Depending how tall you want the crust to be on the sides, you can leave it or you can cut it off like what I'm doing. What I like to do with the extra dough is I like to make dough balls. I'll show you how to do this at the end of the video. Now you just want to clump these together like that, and then just put it in a separate area. So this is the first pizza done. Then with the second one, you just want to repeat the same process. If you need more flour on that, you can do that as well, because most likely the first pizza will take up a lot of the flour. See how mine's sticking? That's when I know I need more flour. Roughly the same size as a pizza, the pizza tray specifically. So for me, what I can do, just when I'm rolling it out, is to just base it off of this outline. So then I don't need to bring the tray in and out. That's one mistake I made. Another mistake that I made before was actually not poking holes in it, because by poking holes in the base, it gives it more air, aerates it, and it just generally makes it cook better. Sometimes if there's leftover flour like on the bottom, like on that, I just like to pick it up and put it on there if there's not enough flour. So as you can see, it mainly covers quite a bit of the outline. So now I know that it's ready for this pizza tray. I did this before, but I messed up. This last time I messed up because I folded it in and then I flipped it around when I put it on the pizza tray. But this time I'm gonna do what I should have done, which is done just this. Picked it up, put it like that, and unrolled it. That's something I messed up last time. But you know, you live and you learn. Yeah, so I was correct actually. So it is roughly the same size, and I can just grab my knife. I can I'm gonna cut some of this off. Now you may notice that there's some base missing through here, and the beauty of having extra pizza base is that you can just put it on if you need to. You can kind of just attach it there and just make it one with the dough. That side doesn't need it anymore, so this extra dough is going to go with this batch where I mentioned before, but I'll say it again just in case you've forgotten. I'm going to make dough balls. Now there is a lot of extra dough, so that means there's a lot of dough balls. You can, depends how big you want to make them, but this is how my clump is looking. I'll divide it later. Okay. So I said earlier that I made a mistake by not putting holes in it. So I made a mistake earlier by saying that I didn't put holes in it, so that's what I'm going to do now. So basically you just want to grab a fork, and you just want to stab a bunch of times throughout the dough. You want to just basically get everywhere. And then I'm going to just let that down. And then I'll do this one as well. So now that you've done that, you can let it sit, clean up,